Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. Yo, welcome to another episode of Wrestling with the Bros. This is episode 42-ish, 41-ish, 41 and a half. Oh, 41 and a quarter. 41 and a quarter. Alongside Fair, Hayden, and our executive producer, Smitty. I'm Chris. So glad to be here with you guys once again. What's going on, fellas? Y'all good? Y'all feeling good?
Yeah, all good over here. I'm in an undisclosed location.
So pretty much, he's in the doghouse, ladies and gentlemen. That's where Fair is at right now.
How am I in the doghouse? I'm in the state of Georgia. And
Bulldog.
I guess it's a doghouse. Shout out to the Bulldogs.
Hayden, you good, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm actually off this week because it's spring break, so I'm just getting some time to relax, recoup, all that good stuff.
Excellent. And don't worry, Hayden. Fair and I are going to fly out to AZ. You know what I'm saying? Have a guys' night out. You know what I'm saying? Have you out there dancing on bars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And getting down and getting funky, man. You know what I mean?
Sounds good, brother.
I'm not going to AZ to party. You better come to Florida.
No. We're going to Arizona, man. It's much better weather out there. Much better weather. Tonight's show is presented by nobody. We're trying to find a sponsor. So if anybody out there listening wants to sponsor, please feel free to make sure you sponsor us. Hey, we need money. We're broke, okay? We're poor people trying to make a living doing a podcast.
Just give the leverage away. Hey, we'll do anything. We'll do anything.
I ain't say I'll do anything now. I'll do anything for a podcast, but I won't do that.
I do a lot.
Also, follow us on Twitter at WWTV2004. Tonight's episode of Wrestling with the Bros, we got a lot to get into. SmackDown on Netflix from last night or yesterday afternoon here in America. WWE, they're overseas. We're also going to talk what stories or what matches we're going to see at WrestleMania 41. And Hayden is going to give us an honest review WWE 2K25, and should we buy the Bloodline Edition or not? You're not gonna want to miss that. But first, let's go ahead and get to what everyone is talking about. What everyone is talking about is WWE an actual good company. No, I'm just playing. John Cena, he made his long-awaited return, debut, however you want to pronounce it or put it, as a heel for the first time in darn near over 20 years. He came out, he addressed the crowd. He even cooked the kid who even had on his t-shirt, his shirt. Yeah, he came out swinging guns ablazing, whatever pronoun, adverb you want to put. And there's a certain person on this panel, I'm not going to say no names, Antoine Fair, who was not happy about the promo that Cody Rhodes and John Cena had. So I'm going to start off this question. I'm going to throw it right to Fair. Fair, what was your problem with John Cena and Cody's promo on Raw last night?
It was clearly scripted. It was clearly scripted to give Cody a win. No, John Cena doesn't have scripted promos, and don't even that what you just said was reckless as shit. Because John Cena don't go out there with no goddamn scripted promo, and that shit was clearly scripted to give Cody a win. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't scripted to be even. It wasn't scripted to be a back and forth. It was, let me get off this whiny bitch fucking line, and then fucking we'll let him walk off on that. You do that to John Cena? To John, it's not even about the fake Cody hate that I be having. That wasn't good. The content of it was, I will say, it was good. I mean, did it hit the mark? Was it a layup for Cody? Yes. Was it to get Cody's heat back as a face? Yes. Did it work in all those situations and all that type of marketing to it? Yes. That is not what I wanted. I'm looking for bombs. Pew pew. That was a 9mm. I didn't want that. That was so contrived. It was just so contrived. I like to first of all, John, I don't know who told you to say that you broke up with the universe. Whoever told you to do that, kick them in the ass immediately. That was a dumbass line. I come on, bro. Like I'm looking for hard hitting. Like I don't know. I guess I was looking for what he did to Roman, which is smoke him. And yeah, we got 3-4 more weeks. Fine, whatever. Yeah, I probably get what I want. But just the first expression of it, as I'm driving up to Georgia and I'm listening to this shit on my in my AirPods, bro, that wasn't what I wanted. That it pissed me. I didn't even watch. I had to watch the rest of the show this morning because it pissed me off that much. I did not like that. It's
So
not. It's
pretty much.
thing. It's
So
not. I did not like how they did it.
so pretty much, as the expression goes, first impression is everything.
Absolutely. And you just told me like I said, I understand. We got 5 weeks. We're gonna get bomb after bomb, and probably start next week. It's just that's what I to lead it off with World War III and then escalate to World War VI by the time we get to WrestleMania is what I wanted. And all you did was give me a skirmish, and I didn't like it.
Hayden, your thoughts?
At first I was kind of going along with Fair. Like at the very beginning of his promo, I was like, man, are they just really making him just a whiny little bitch? Like, is that really how we're gonna go with this character? But it was when he started bringing up stuff that really only people who are on like social media would really understand and really within the universe. Like people were begging all week long for him to have a new gear, come out to an old song, like all this stuff to where he started making it like real life, like blurring the lines of reality, really. Because it was like, oh shit, he's actually seeing what everybody's saying. He's actually like in tune with what people are saying. And it kind of feeds into the character of who John Cena's been always, because he's always wanted to like appease the people. And so why not use that as an opportunity to be like, well, hey, I see what you wanted, but fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. Excuse my language. um, I think it really molded into like what I really like what they're doing with this John Cena character is it's a broken psyche. It's not like, oh, I'm just being a whiner to be a whiner. It's no something like something broke in him. And that's why he's doing what he's doing now, because he's just tired of doing what he felt he wasn't ever appreciated for in the first place. And so it kind of gave me a little bit of like a Kevin Owens vibe, to be honest with you, of how like his last feud went. And I think what we're seeing right now is we're seeing a John Cena that's struggling to hold it together. And I think we're going to get a ruthless, very like, s- excuse the phrase, a ruthless aggression John Cena, where he is just going to do whatever he can to destroy Cody, because Cody represents everything that he was and hates that he was now. And so I think, to be honest with you, I think it's genius storytelling. I do agree that maybe it's going to take some. I think no matter what, it was going to take time to get used to John Cena as a heel. But I think you do this, and it's like you lose. The goal is to lose respect for John Cena, and that's how you're going to get him over as a heel, in my opinion. Because then you're not fighting that, oh well, it's been 20 something years, he's still a good guy deep down. No, you really bring down and like destroy the character that he's built over the last 20 years. So I really liked it. I think I can see a lot of Fair's points, and like you wanted to see some kind of earth shattering thing here. And I mean, there was a part of me that was like, well, Cody Rhodes has been hot for weeks, and all he does is come and tells John Cena to shut up. But I also have to come from a business standpoint of it as uh, John Cena's there filming a movie. He probably wasn't going to risk getting hurt because that was the main reason why he's there in Brussels. It wasn't for WWE, it was for the movie that he's filming. So that was my only like, but overall, I loved it actually. I thought it was really great.
Sorry about that. I couldn't get my mic to come back on. You know what? In all honesty, I thought, just like I did to the kids that I coach when I hit the fuck you three to end the game. That's what John Cena was doing to the whole WWE universe. He pretty much hit from the fuck you three from downtown from the logo. Every
Why would you tell somebody that you did that to children?
Hey, I don't care. It builds character, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it does. It builds character. Um, everybody wanted him, like you guys said, to come out in a brand new attire, new theme music or whatever. And what does he do? He comes out in his same music, same theme song, the same gear and everything. And look, and I want to say this: the crowds over in Europe, those crowds, dude, they bring the energy, man.
For
They bring the energy. I haven't heard John Cena get booed that bad since Money in the Bank when he faced CM Punk in Chicago. That's
Mm.
probably the last time I can recall. And if I'm wrong, please let me know. That's probably the last time I can recall John Cena getting booed like that.
And
By the
even
by
then,
the
he handled that like a pro.
yeah.
Like he knew that he needed to get off what he needed to say at some point. So like he built that character and by just throwing that mic down and starting to walk away because he knew people want to hear what I have to say. They're gonna
Hmm.
boo me, but people want to hear what I have to say.
And they're going to you know stand on every single word John Cena says. Um, but no, overall, I thought the promo was solid. I do see Fair's point about them letting Cody win, and really, they've really built Cody up as the true babyface in WWE. So
That's all that
you
was,
know,
man, in my opinion. I'm trying to keep and let y'all get your point off, because I'm really mad about this fucking promo. Listen, it's you said that the crowd was hot. Absolutely, crowd was hot. Crowd was electric the whole night, right? It wasn't. It had nothing to do with Cena. It had nothing to do with Cody. They were just hot. They would have cheered a fucking a clown choking out a chicken. It didn't matter. Okay, WWE was there and they were gonna fucking cheer.
I might
Now
yeah.
have cheered
let's
for that.
actually run through whatever. Uh, let's run through it. Just picture it as I'm explaining to you. Just picture it in your mind. Run back the promo in your mind, right? As John Cena is talking and giving them the business, were they getting louder or were they getting quieter to listen to what he was saying?
I think they're getting quieter because just what you just said, they want to know or they want to hear what John Cena has to say because they never
Right.
seen John Cena, or it's been a very long time since they've seen John Cena in this light.
See, yeah, you're gonna point that out. I'm gonna point out that everything that John Cena said was true. There's not a thing he didn't say that wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
At Let's Go Cena Sucks chant, it was nothing. Not contrived. I don't want to say contrived because contrived is the wrong word as far as a fan reaction, but it was purely just to poop on. And it was never a house show that he got booed like that or got that same chant at. It was always TV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when he's explaining why he's doing that, and when they start, they boo everything. And Let's Go Cena Sucks. And by the time before Cody's, like 2 minutes before Cody hits, it was a pin drop in that arena. Because it wasn't we're tired or anything. It was damn, is he right? Everything John said was fine. It was, I swear, was fine. I'm not. Everything Cody said was fine for a promo that's in February. This is middle of March. Your biggest pay-per-view of the year is a month away. And you sat there and let your main event, want the face of the main event, call the heel a whiny bitch and walk off.
Well, and that's,
Not hold on, I'm sorry. Not even walk off. This is John fucking Cena. He cooks people, period. And you let him call him a whiny bitch and walk off and make him look like a sad puppy? Outrageous. Outrageous.
But that's what makes me think that this feud is going to go a hot minute. I don't think it's over at Mania, obviously. So I think you're really building to, because this is the first year they were doing 2 nights of SummerSlam, right? Or did we do 2 nights this past year?
No, this is the first year.
Okay. So I think you're wanting to have that momentum. I feel like there's going to be a lot of unfinished stories for WrestleMania. Like last year was the whole theme was finish the story, blah blah blah, whatever that means. I think this year there's going to be a lot of unfinished stories that get you through to SummerSlam this year because I think they want SummerSlam to be just as successful as WrestleMania this year. So I think that's why you're pushing a lot of that kind of to the side. Um, but no, I agree. Like if if I would feel the way you feel if I thought that this was over, I truly think that Cena's winning the belt at Mania, and I think that's why you're going to keep this story going. Um, but yeah, I would feel that way if I felt like this story was going to be finalized in a month. I don't think it will at all.
Right. And I mean, it feels to me that Cena's probably going to have a couple months of reign, but that's really, great. That's, 4 months from now.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you had to start off hotter than what you did and just let
Yeah.
him call him a whiny bitch and walk off and mind you, disregard everything he said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then say some shit like, I gave him my best shot and then I still got up. What best shot did you get? You didn't get no best shot. You got beat down by a rapper and kicked in the balls by a dude that just turned heel. That wasn't a best shot. You ain't
Yeah.
get your ass whooped. So that threw me off right there. But just like if you're going to say shit like I'm breaking up with the WWE universe, and you're going to say that for 25 years you ran they manipulated you into a puppet or whatever the exact words, but that was the phrasing of it. Like
Yeah.
it had to come out hot. Like Cody had to rebuke all of that, not come off and just say, I want to fight John Cena, not this whiny bitch.
You should have had Travis Scott out there. You probably would have gotten more heat from from Cody.
Hey,
Now
real talk, and you ain't lying.
That man's got a receipt coming in. It's not going to be pretty.
Oh yeah,
bro, that's gonna hurt.
yeah.
He was hyped that
You know
time when he
what?
slapped. He was hype as shit backstage. Yo, I was wrestling to that.
Yeah.
When you get that
Yeah.
receipt,
Hey,
sir.
hey. He ought to be glad he didn't do that to Brock Lesnar or one of them old
Or
school
Braun
wrestlers, man.
Breaker.
They would have beat the living dog shit out there, man.
Any Samoan, if he had did that to any Samoan that ever lived, they would have beat the
Oh
shit
yeah,
out of him.
yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I think.
You know what? Let me ask you this. Because I'm going back to when a lot of times when guys go heel, it seems like they go that route of how they'll say things like they were um tricked or manipulated rather by they weren't appreciated by the
Yeah.
fans or different things like that. So I don't want to say that that's the typical route that Cena went, but it seems like that's
It
always the
was.
standard. Or
It was.
yeah, I guess it was. Yeah. I think, and fair, and to your point, I do see what you're saying as far as expecting some earth-shattering like lines or
I
or
wanted bombs
whatever the
with
case may be,
Baghdad.
right? Or bombs drop, what have you. But I think, but if you look at Cena, he's actually been a heel his entire career. It's like a lot of the stuff that he's done. You know, he's
Yeah.
done a ton. He's done a ton of heel stuff. It's just the fact that, uh, you
I'm
know,
trying to give him props. This man just said like for 25 years, you whatever, bro. For like the last 3 years, dude, you've been getting cheered. What are you
yeah,
talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I
You've been cheered.
but man, I think the crazy part about it to me is that the reason it works so much more for him is because there really hasn't been a baby face like him. Our man outside of Hogan, right? Like that,
yeah.
not a
Oh
guy
yeah,
That's the other one.
who
That's the other one.
I would say,
Mhm.
yeah, I would say arguably like I think his babyface reign was maybe a little longer than Hogan's.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Um,
I think it was. I think it was.
and so for us, like that's why, like I think that that promo wasn't for I think it is strategic. It wasn't. It didn't have to be it because his problem isn't Cody right now, but Cody just made him his problem. I think that's what
Hmm.
you're establishing right there, if that makes sense. Like his issue was with the WWE universe, and so that like he was making it known like this is your guys' fault. This is why I did it, blah 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 blah. It wasn't personal with Cody, but with what Cody did just now or that night, I think sets up to make it personal for John Cena. And I think we are going to get to see a John Cena that's just destroying Cody in promos.
Yeah, I think right now, and I agree with you. As we get ready to close this segment and move on, I do agree with you that, I think this was to make Cody look good. They're overseas for 2 weeks. You wanna build this up. So you want to make Cody, who's your babyface, look good. Because I do feel that in the coming weeks, John Cena is going to unleash some bombs that Fair's talking about. And I think when he unleashes those bombs, we're going to come back on this podcast and talk about that's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. That's the John Cena I
Yeah,
need right there. So it's
yeah.
coming, but I think you have to establish your baby face. You don't want your baby face to get outworked
Let him
already
establish
in the
himself.
And not only that,
but
you know at some point it's going to be 2-on-1 of The Rock and Cena
yeah,
against Cody.
yeah,
So you don't want him to be so buried that it's just like, man, he's not even in the same ballpark as these guys. And he's
exactly.
not. Truthfully he's not. I think Cody leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to promos sometimes. But I mean, if he gets on a a, a roll of feeling like, you know, I guess um on top of the world or feeling like he's a step ahead, it's going to make it feel that much more intense when Cena buries him and then Rock buries him and then Cena and Rock bury him at the same time. Like, I think we're about to see some ruthless stuff over these next several weeks. I think this was the very tip of the iceberg. It got you interested, and now you're going to see like. I think the beating that Cody got before WrestleMania last year is going to be nothing like the stuff he's going to receive right before this match.
Yeah, I agree. It's just a
You
matter.
know,
Go ahead, Fair. Go ahead, Fair.
I don't need physicality from them. That's not what's going to build this match. The build is with a Cena character, like physicality with a Roman, or physicality with any dude that's there pretty much all day, or centerpiece all day. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, that would be cool, right? I don't need physicality with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. I need a promo session that's going to get people like us and everybody else who does podcasts and everybody else on Twitter and everybody else who covers it on social media. That's what this is. This is. I know John's not a quote unquote celebrity, but he's a celebrity. So I don't care about the punching and I know John can punch you. I mean I've been watching him for 20 years. I know he can punch you. But I want to know if Cody can go bar for bar with the greatest mic of all time. That's what I want. The match is secondary in this match. The
I
match
think
don't
I
like me knowing if he can beat him up. I don't care.
I think that's why you got to give Cody a head start, though. like because he's not going to. I think if you're truly a realist and you truly know the craft, whether you're a Cody fan or not, uh, Cody can't match John on the mic. He can't. He's not going to. Nobody can,
But put
right?
up a
Like,
fight. But put up
but
your own fight. Like I don't need like I said, it just felt so okay. We're going to do this and this and this, and then Cody's gonna say this, and then it's gonna be this, and then it's gonna look like this for the first week, and then next week we can do whatever. Like I just wanted a fucking good promo back and forth.
Well, fair.
I wanted too much.
Yeah. I think your expectations
you're
were
being
here,
selfish.
and
You're
it
being
was
selfish.
right here. But
Bro.
right. But I do
wanted
believe,
to start at the World Series and then end up at the Super Bowl. That's what I wanted.
Gotcha.
As we move forward, though, going and talking about the Raw overall, thoughts on Raw? Was it a good Raw, bad Raw, average? What were your thoughts about Raw?
Me?
I think it was.
My bad. Go ahead.
I was gonna say outside of the beginning and then maybe the Rhea contract signing. It was kind of mid, to be honest. I mean, the crowd was super hype, but like content wise, it didn't feel like it didn't feel like anything to like say this was like one of the top 5 Raws you got to go see. But it was a good one. It wasn't bad. It was good. It just wasn't like jaw dropping. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think
Fair.
the crowd may have tricked people into maybe thinking this Raw was better than it was because the crowd was so hot and so live. And shout out to Brussels, but it wasn't. It was an average show. It was a
There were some good
maybe
matches.
C plus. Definitely good matches. I love the Rhea Io Bianca stuff. Love that, especially how they took it backstage. And I kind of forecasted. I was like, yeah, they're gonna have a segment. Rhea's gonna interrupt it. A brawl's gonna happen. Rhea's gonna sign the contract. Oh, you've seen it coming a mile away, but they still made it entertaining, which is good.
And
Other
Rhea
than
looked real
that,
good that night.
absolutely. So did Bianca. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pervy Sage. Listen, but like I said, it was just I think the crowd may have added a level to this Raw that it really wasn't at, which is good because the crowd can do that. If a crowd is hot, the crowd is into what everybody's doing. Even if it is subpar, and if they make it seem like it's good, that's what you want, especially for TV viewers. But it wasn't all the pop and circumstance. This is why I didn't like it. The Cody Cena segment, because if that hits, the whole show can be ass, to be honest. But if that hits the right way, not the 50, because if you look on Twitter and if you I've been looking on it all day, trying just to see if I'm just being a hater. And I wasn't. It was kind of 50-50. People liked it because like I said, the content was good. The context of it was bad.
Gotcha. So you're telling me that
kind of where I was.
You're telling me that your Twitter algorithm helped you find all the haters?
No, actually, I went into some. I got a lot of haters on my. I gotta figure that out. I went into certain some groups.
Was Taz
and
Taz
I was listening
hating on you
to some
again?
spaces. Huh? Whatever.
Was Taz hating on you again?
I wasn't that confrontational. Last couple of days, so
This man's on vacation, so he's trying to.
Right. I'm trying to be mellow.
He's trying to be chill for his vacation.
Look, it's my serial killer look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, straight out American Psycho right there.
Straight American. But I'm just like it was 50-50 from the stuff that I was going in a lot of wrestling spaces, a lot of people who cover who are kind of big time, listening to them, even listening to the Raw playback podcast that they've been trying to do. Big E was kind of saying that John was being hypocritical, whatever. And Sam was giving real feelings to it. Like it was just like 50-50. So it was just I guess that's the John Cena. Let's go Cena sucks type thing. But it didn't hit for me. And that's just my personal opinion of it. It didn't hit for me. And that kind of just, like I said, I did not watch Raw until this morning because I could not watch it because I was so angry. I was that angry. But it was like, it was, the whole overall show was just kind of subpar. It wasn't.
Yeah,
The
I will say
main event was like, I don't even know. I don't
they
know
got to
what
figure out what
they
they're doing with
interpreted
that
there.
story. But no, I feel like production wise, it was a really good show. I felt like they tried some things this week that I really hadn't seen them do before. They keep adding something
The
to Penta's
entrances.
entrance.
Yeah,
Penta's
I
entrance
didn't know.
becomes different like every week. It's almost like
It
The
definitely
Rock's when he
definitely gets
came
an
back.
upgrade every 2 weeks. He definitely gets like new pyro, and then he gets new checks for the pyro, and then he's walking around in a circle. Like, what are you doing? I don't know.
That man is ridiculously over. He's ridiculously over. Um, and then I feel kind of like I'm getting a little tired of the Jake Gunther.
Yeah,
Beef.
I
I
think
wasn't
I
even gonna
think
say
I,
nothing about it. Yeah.
yeah, I was getting ready to say because I think we talked about it on the last show that maybe Jay and Gunther should just be apart from each other for a couple of weeks or whatever, so that way it can kind of get people to say, "Hey, have they forgotten about those two?" And then maybe 3 weeks before Mania, kind of bring them back together, and then you hit that story running again. Overall,
Mm.
honestly, I had forgotten that Raw was on uh, early, like at 2 o'clock, because I was still at work, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot because they're over in Europe. And so by the time I got home at about 3, yeah, or I left work a little about 3, and then I put it on in my car. So I listened to it on the way home, and I watched it. It was an average show, but like I said, the crowd was great. The crowds over in Europe are like phenomenal. They are into it. And they make it like sometimes, like, and I think you said it fair. The crowd can make things more than what it actually is. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, no, overall, I enjoyed it. It was cool. Um, I'm really interested in seeing when the demon's coming back. I think we said Mania, the demon for Finn Balor's coming back. Uh if you remember a
Yeah, I
couple of
think
episodes,
that's Dom's match. The
yeah,
Demon Balor versus Dom. That's definitely his match.
yeah.
Real quick, like, can somebody tell me what the fuck the point was Seth being out there was? You could have did a fucking video package for that.
Just to piss you
That
off,
was
bro.
ridiculous.
Yeah. like he was trying to get on Jay Uso's level. Everybody
Right?
singing a song because
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, dude, can you hurry the hell up, man, and say
It
something,
was 5 minutes.
please?
It was 5 minutes.
Um,
Oh,
It
it was
was
5. Oh,
five
I didn't
minutes.
realize it was that long. I didn't
It
realize it
was
was that
it was
before
long.
the commercial, and then it came back, and it did like 2 more minutes. Why
it
did
was
you do
just
that?
Wow.
it was just to get you excited for SmackDown. That was really all that was.
When
Let's get you
CM
excited for
Punk put the
SmackDown.
message out and said, "I'm going to be on SmackDown this Friday," everybody was set. Okay, I don't need a reminder from fucking Seth Rollins. He didn't even fucking say anything.
Sure he did.
What did he say? I'll be
I'll be
there
there
too,
Friday.
and I got something for them. Shut up! I put Paul Heyman. That's a dumb fucking song. Okay, it's a dumb fucking song. I hate it. He came out there and said not a fucking thing,
Man, you
and then
better
said enjoy the show. Fuck you.
man.
You could have gave Braun and Finn the rest of that fucking time. The fuck?
I need to figure out exactly what he was wearing for that clip. So next time Fair loses a bet on a PLE, we could use that picture.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad though. It wasn't that
Oh
bad.
man. We'll
Oh
find we'll
man.
find a different one.
Well,
I'm
speaking of
sure when he went
SmackDown,
Friday, it would piss me off.
well, speaking of SmackDown, SmackDown happened Friday, and of course, WWE was over in Europe. The Street Profits are once again, for the first time in over 4 years, tag team champions. Crowd went crazy for it. It was a good, solid match. I'm glad that they won the tag team championships. And as of right now, we're seeing that they're going to be for the foreseeable future still a tag team. We've been begging for them to break up. WWE probably heard us and said, hell no, we're not breaking these guys up. But also too, you have Jade talking, doing an interview, and Liv Morgan breaking that interview up, which I thought was a very good segment. Uh,
Oh, for sure.
you know, that was a very good segment
Very
right
good.
there. Possibly could we? I can't remember. They if I'm wrong, tell me. They aren't having that. They aren't having a match next Friday or this Friday on SmackDown, are they? Jade and Liv.
Live, yeah, they're on Friday.
Okay. I couldn't
That's what
remember.
the that's what they, Jade challenged her to a match and Liv said yeah, and then she said not to fall on any car
They
windows.
right.
Bro, it was a line, dude. That was a line.
Yeah,
That felt like a
I was dying, bro.
dude, and honestly, what that felt like, that was like such a like, it felt like a peek into the locker room almost. The what they're doing with this Jade character this time is so much better than what they've done in the past. They're building her right this time, and
Hmm.
um, I think we're going to see Jade kind of demolish Liv. I think that's what we're going to see. I think it's going to be a good match. I think you're going to see a lot of dominance out of Jade. If they want to do it right, they will do that. And
I agree.
Naomi will be the one to end the match. I don't think Jade will get a victory over Liv. I think Naomi
Yeah,
will get involved in the match.
I agree.
I don't know. I think Raquel probably gets involved in that match. Um, but then Naomi will come out, and I do believe Bianca will come out to save Jade, and Jade will probably shun her. Just because of the topic of what they were saying in that interview, where she doesn't trust anybody anymore. It's like, how do
Yeah.
I? If you knew, like the question was from Kathy, if you knew, why didn't you tell anybody? Like, how am I supposed to? She said, how am I supposed to trust anybody after that? That was big sis. And then the person that I was riding with teams up with the chick, and now they're tag team champions. So how do I know? Which was great
Hmm.
context. Like that. I don't even know if it was 3 minutes as far as the actual,
Interview.
Kathy and Jade interview. It might have been two. It might have been two-ish, but I thought that part of it very well. I don't know if it was. I don't like to say stuff was written or not, unless I know absolutely know, like Cody and Cena. But whatever that was written or how it was written was perfect. And then going into the Liv teasing her because I was getting so much heat. Well, Liv part, I'm sorry. I was giving so much heat because everybody thought I pushed you over. Bitch, you was running away from the fucking scene and laughing. What the hell else were we supposed to think? But I digress. But yeah, it was a good setup, made Jade look strong, made Liv look strong. And I definitely think Naomi gets involved, and I think Bianca gets involved, and that kind of escalates from there. But
Hmm.
Do
yes,
you
I am. That is a
do we
part
still
that I'm
think
looking forward to. Right. Sorry.
Bianca still had something to do with this?
I think so. I think it's
I'm starting to think not.
okay.
Yeah, just because like if you, I don't know, if you read ever since this issue started, and then the next week with Rhea Ripley, and then the Friday, like the social media back. If I don't know if I tried to tag you on a lot of the stuff that I was seeing, but Bianca was crashing out a little bit. And I think it's really because people were accusing her, right? But she didn't have nothing to do with it. So I think I do believe she's gonna turn heel. I just don't believe it'll be because of what a conspiracy with Jade. I think it's because she's tired of y'all blaming her for Jade. And then that'll be the catalyst to get her and Jade whenever they do that.
I think we'll still be confused. Like I said, I think this Mania is going to be different in a lot of sense that you're not going to have a lot of stories closed at Mania. You're going to have a lot of
Yeah.
things that are unfinished. And I think that,
Or started.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I think your SummerSlam women's main event is going to be Bianca versus Rhea. And I
Yeah,
think you get that
I think the women's match is going to be Jade, Bianca, and Naomi for triple threat.
at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Too far to tell. I
truly,
just think that's what it goes.
yeah, I truly think that I think Bianca's gonna walk away with the title at Mania. That's the vibe I'm getting because
Me too.
I think you create more story. with her gaining the title. Um, I think you're seeing it. I think Io's great. I really think she's great, and I think she's good to have a title here and there. But you're just seeing the deficiency in like a character when she's champion, when she's not chasing for something. There's she just becomes less interesting to me, and maybe I'm wrong. But it just kind of feels like there's not as much need like to continue to push her because you're not going to get much more out of her. Um, but I don't know. I think you get more with a Bianca win than you get with Rio. I mean, Io retaining.
No, I think I was thinking, especially once Rhea signed the contract. I think even before, but I had been thinking that Bianca would probably win at Rumble. I mean Rumble at Mania, and then that's where I think you start building the story of Jade and her and Naomi for SummerSlam. Um, and then I think honestly, I think you're going to start seeing Bianca's turning heel. I think at WrestleMania, I think you're going to start seeing probably the day after Mania, you're going to see her start to turn heel. To Fair's point, all the things that she's been accused of on social media, by podcasts like us, uh, of her being the person behind Jay getting attacked or whatever. I think she's been hinting at it here and there, and it's coming out slowly but surely. It's coming out of her pores of her going or her wanting to be a or about to be a heel.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. And I think she's going to win the belt at Mania, and I think she's going to start turning those gears and go full blown heel. And I think
Yeah.
Bianca going heel is going to be great. I think it's going to be
Yeah. She
absolutely
she
outstanding.
Fair, you had the other day had said like go watch her stuff when she was in NXT. And so like I did. And a lot of the stuff she's doing now, promo wise, feels a lot like
Mhm.
of how she was in NXT.
All of her mannerisms came back from NXT.
Hmm.
All of them.
Hmm.
Doing this shit on her, like all of that. Like yeah, like it's that's what I'm saying. Like you can see it for sure. And I apologize to everybody watching. I'm looking up at NXT, and I seen that the little crew. I don't know if they named them yet, so forgive me if I don't know their name, but they just really just jumped off the screen to me just now, especially uh, forgive me, the little small black dude. He jumped off the screen to me, but I don't know his name, so I got to get up on NXT and everybody else. So I apologize to all you diehard NXT dudes, but
Hey,
definitely I like the look of that group. I definitely like the look, but yeah, definitely she's definitely presenting a lot of mannerisms from what she used to do in NXT, and she's also blending it with what she has currently built herself up as. So I think we're going to get a better version of what she was in NXT, and when that when that switch flips, it's gonna be great.
hey,
Yeah.
quick question. If Vince McMahon is still in charge, does Bianca start going heel?
No,
No,
you
she
seen her.
was the
He
equivalent.
was female John Cena, bro. That's
Yeah,
what that's what
exactly.
he
Right. I
Yeah.
mean,
was.
right. No, yeah, I totally agree with you on that. I'm just wondering, like, do you think she was if he would do that? But he's too busy. Well, he was at the Nick game, so he was watching the Knicks play the other night.
He's too
Um,
busy trying to put his own promotion out there on Fox.
right. um,
That
no,
they don't want.
overall, right. Overall, SmackDown, a 3 hour show. I think going forward, we're going to give SmackDown the Raw treatment. Uh, it was okay. Nothing
Yeah,
spectacular.
until
It's
they do
hard.
something spectacular, bro.
I don't
I
know,
can't.
dude. I don't know. I disagree. I thought SmackDown was really good. I thought that the heat building up between Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte
Charlotte.
Flair. Oh man, her jumping off um the moonsault off of the Titantron basically. Um
Who did
Cody,
she
I
hit?
think Cody's. she missed Charlotte. She hit the security guards.
Twice. Don't say once. Twice. Twice.
I thought it was good. It kind of built some interest in what I thought was a lackluster thing for a little bit. So I thought that was really good to kind of get that rolling. I think that I'm interested in kind of seeing what they're doing with LA Knight. Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre thing is starting to build some steam. I thought it was a really good building steam to Mania episode. Um, it was a better SmackDown than I've seen in a little while.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Minus the Tiffany and Charlotte, minus minus the Cody. Sorry, the Miz TV segment was worthless. I don't like. I'm tough guy. I beat up Miz. I don't want to talk to anybody but John Cena. And then you do the shit that you did on Monday, but we ain't gonna talk about that no more. Listen, I'm nitpicking. I know I'm nitpicking. I don't understand what Charlotte's doing. Yeah. I don't understand what Charlotte's doing. You're the vet, ma'am. Okay, get your ass in position. There's no reason why this woman is jumping off a fucking stage and you're on the other side talking about no. Ma'am, get in position. Twice you did that. Because you did it on the buckle shit that she did too. I mean, it's just that match has no steam. That match had nobody cares. And the only person I've heard say he cared is Hayden. Okay? Nobody cares about that damn match. Nobody cares about it.
Old Antoine Meltzer.
You can put that on first, and then you put Gunther and Jay on second. Because nobody cares about both of them fucking matches. Okay? The only thing I care about Gunther and Jay is that Jay better fucking win. Other than that, if Jay don't win, I'm shutting the TV off. I'm not watching the rest of this shit.
Jay needs to win because there needs to be more like there's more feuds that Jay would have that would be a lot more interesting than the feud he has with Gunther. For one, Jacob Fatu. I think if Jay wins the title, that needs to be Jay's first rivalry, is him and Jacob.
Well, I think it's safe to say. I think we all agree.
First,
yes.
I think it's safe to say that Jay's going to win at Mania because there is no way if they have Jay lose at Mania, man. The way this dude is super duper looper over. I don't know if looper is a word that goes along with that, but I mean,
making up words. That's how much
Gunther,
over he is.
Yeah, right. Like Gunther, Punther, shoulda, woulda, coulda, Jay and 5. Okay, he's winning.
Okay, Shannon.
Damn, that's crazy. Oh man!
I knew exactly where he was going as soon as he started saying that shit.
Oh my!
I knew it was coming. As soon as he said Gunther, Punther, I was like, "This motherfucker's gonna say Jay and 5."
But no, I think Jay's gonna win the match at Mania. I think it's safe to say we're all in agreement that he's gonna win at Mania. So they would be dumb to not put the belt on him.
Rikishi would imagine this Rikishi's. I kind of hope he loses now. Actually, I want to see the crash out.
Oh my god!
I want to see the rant. I need to see the rant. I want to see the rant that he goes.
I'm more interested in the rant than I am the match.
Yeah.
Well, WWE 2K25 came out or if you ordered it early, it came out 7 days before its release, and it is now out on all platforms. That you have you have the standard edition, you have the Deadman edition, and you have the Bloodline edition. Well, our very own Hayden, Power of the Star, the best in the world, this guy in Arizona, he ordered the Bloodline edition. He was excited about it. He couldn't wait for it. As myself, I was going back and forth because I wasn't sure should I get MLB The Show or WWE 2K25. Hayden, you played the Bloodline edition. The floor is yours. Give us your review on WWE 2K25.
So the gameplay for one feels a lot more smooth this year. It feels more natural to like what you would see in the ring. A lot of the presentation feels a lot better. They've worked on some of the game models of some of the characters who are more over right now. Cody finally actually looks like Cody Rhodes in this in this 2K. Um, and there's a lot of attention to detail. There's a lot of just honoring kind of the last 4 years of Roman through this, which I thought was really cool. That's kind of what it feels like it's all about. Because even if you got the standard edition, Roman's the the main cover athlete, and so it really was cool to kind of see that. Gameplay wise, like I said, was really smooth. But for I think what a lot of people want to know is like, what is the island like? And if I'm going to be very honest, this is where I have the most criticism. It feels like a dumbed down version of the NBA 2K, like the city format. Um, there's there's not as much room to go and explore. It's completely separated from what traditionally like 2K does with like your my player. Like you can create like the storyline and stuff like that. So my rise is separated from the island. It's not connected. And usually with like 2K games, if you create your my player and you're going into the city and you're doing that whole story, you can do like side missions inside the city, stuff like that that kind of adds to the need to even have, that city. The island is just
Mhm.
basically an online community where you guys just do matches in themed areas. Um, it's not really anything to write home about, in my opinion. I think it's a cool little factor. I think next year they need to really connect the My Rise story to actually having to be in the city. Um, if that makes sense. Um, and so everything else, though, really good. I thought they did a really good job this year on making sure the gameplay felt smoother. So I guess the real question that everybody's probably wanting to know is it worth buying the Bloodline edition, which is what I got. Um, I'm gonna say if you really have played it over the years, there's a lot of cool stuff that they give you in the Bloodline edition that you can't get otherwise. Um, I mean, just the ability to have a head start on your My Rise, access to characters that you would have to pay for anyways, DLC stuff that's come out that you would have to pay extra money for. To me, it's worth the buy. I would give this year's WW 2K25 probably a 7.8 out of 10, almost an 8. Um, I think most of these games do suffer a little bit from just reskinning and just kind of having the same format. So you do kind of fall into that category a little bit with this 2K. But otherwise, it's better than last year's, in my opinion. So I definitely think it's worth a buy. I think it's definitely worth the Bloodline edition, just for a lot of the cool extra stuff that you get. And I haven't done the showcase yet for the Bloodline storyline, but once I do that, I'll kind of give an update when I do that.
All right, and see, like I said, I was debating. I was going back and forth. MLB The Show, WWE 2K25 Bloodline Edition. I haven't gotten either one because now I apparently can you play it on your external drive? Because I have an external drive. So if I download it to my external drive, I can still play it without no problem, without any problems, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't I got the digital edition, so yeah, I would
Oh,
assume
okay.
so.
Okay. So yeah, so I have the digital edition as well for Xbox. So I didn't know because I know there's a couple of games I wanted to put on from Game Pass, and they told me that I couldn't put it on my external or it wouldn't play off of my external drive. Like I could
Mm,
download it or whatever, but it wouldn't play off of my external drive or whatever, which is to me dumb as hell. Um
mm. Sounds like you should have got a PlayStation 5.
Go to hell. But no, okay. So
Yeah.
so should I wait then for it to go on sale? Because I'm pretty sure it'll go on sale here within the next probably what 2 months. You think month and a half, 2 months?
Bro,
If there's something else that you
I'm
would
waiting for that
rather
bitch to go to
have, then yeah.
$90. I'm not fucking betting that.
Yeah, I mean, I had the extra money. If I was just going based off of a paycheck, no, I wouldn't have done it. That tax return was good to me.
Amen, brother. Amen. Excuse me. Amen. No, I probably will get.
Trick just won
I
by
probably will get
TKO.
it. Yeah, I probably will get it pretty soon, as well as MLB the Show. God damn, as well as MLB the Show. Um, I know a lot of people were complaining about the show too, saying that uh people were saying that pretty much if you hit a fly ball out there and it looks like to the outfield, it looks like it's carrying, that it's getting caught at the wall. And I'm like, well, every ball you hit to the fence is not going to be a home run. I mean, it's a good chance it's going to get robbed or it's going to die at the track. That's just baseball. So
Unless you
I
play
know
on
that was,
rookie.
yeah, right. uh, but fair. Are you getting WWE 2K25 soon, or you gonna wait
I ain't gonna lie. When my tax hit, I'm probably getting both MLB the Show and 2K25. But
for PS5, or are you getting it
yeah, for
for
sure.
Xbox?
Speaking of that, I'm probably getting the new Xbox. But yeah, I'm getting a nice little change for my tax return. Yeah. I'm probably getting both, right? But
Hmm.
it'll probably because my kids like to play the wrestling games too. So it's like I'm trying to. I don't know. I'll probably get the 2K for both and just get the MLB for the PlayStation. But for
Yeah.
sure, like my kids, because my kids' friends, they went over their house and they're playing it. I think at my never mind. But they playing it and shit. So they they like to play. They my daughter likes to play Mortal Kombat. I don't know.
Nice.
But yeah, Boba and Trick Williams. Remember, I think we were just talking about this Hayden over family coming up. I think
Hmm.
Trick is the one that's coming up before him.
Yeah.
I think he's the Mania call. Yeah,
I would like to see Trick
but
go after the IC title.
for sure, I like him to go back with him and Mello. Him and Mello was money. I like that for
Hmm.
them. I also they trying to tease this group attacking them too.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, yo, NXT is good, bro. I ain't know it was just good, bro. I'm shocked.
NXT
Live
is really
Man,
real.
good, man. I just
man,
don't some
I've
NXT is
I've caught
freaking
bits and
good.
pieces of it here and there. I caught bits and pieces. Well, I'm watching the NCAA tournament right now. I'm watching Carolina play right after the block. They're playing San Diego State right now, so they're up by 20 right now in the first half.
I forgot the tournament started.
The
Yeah,
NCAA
Alabama.
tournament started already.
Yeah, you know the first four. You know they have
Are
kind of
they
have
playing
like the
in? They
play
got
in.
a UNC got
Yeah,
to play in.
yeah. UNC's
UNC got to play
got
in.
playing. That's right.
Yo, why they got to play
Yeah,
in?
I
man.
just know
I
that my
mean, record
team,
wise,
Boy, that
who was that? Hey,
University of Kansas, we're not doing it this
uh,
year.
oh.
oh yeah,
No,
y'all
UNC.
not doing
No,
shit.
UNC. They struggle. If they would have won some early games in the early part of the season, they probably wouldn't have had to be in the play-in. But it is what it is. They're up by 20 right now. Uh, UNC is very effective when they're running the ball. When they're running the ball, that's when they're dangerous. Um, Half court, they're okay, but when they're out pushing the ball, pushing, they're definitely more effective. They're definitely more
Hey,
effective.
hey, since we're talking sports a little bit, did you guys see Micah Parsons' brother was kind of hinting that maybe something got done?
No, I didn't see nothing.
I
No, I
don't
didn't.
care about that fucking team. I don't want to talk about that fucking team. Don't talk to me about that fucking team. Okay? I don't want to hear shit. All right? I'm tired of D-Law. I'm tired of fucking Micah. I'm tired of his brother. I'm tired of Dak. I'm tired of Dak's brother. I'm tired of the high school bullshit. Fuck them all. All right? I got six
the
more months
Cowboys
to give a
have
fuck about something else. Okay, fuck
the
that.
Cowboys have training camp in July, man.
This man
I don't care. It's
this man woke
September.
up and
All
chose
right,
violence today.
September.
Right.
I'm not. I don't fuck all of it. I'm not.
Uh,
That this past weekend.
Was the
That was the
last straw
dumbest
for
shit
you?
ever, bro. Like, bro, I don't know
Talk
why
about
DeMarcus
with
Lawrence
D-Law?
wanted to get talk shit. I like what I know I'm not gonna win a championship there. Yeah, motherfucker, you've been here like 11 years, you didn't do shit.
It is wild to try to act like he's got way better stats than Micah.
yeah. And then
If you
like I
wasn't
think what
tweeting so
really
much, what the fuck is you talking about? Like that?
and like what really rubbed people the wrong way was when he's what was that tired our legs were tired by the time we got to the game comment or
Yeah,
whatever
that
it was that like if he would have just came out and just said, hey, we just got our asses handed to us and it is what it is, people were like, okay, it is what it is, we just got beat. The fact that you said that when we were tired, you're like, oh my gosh, dude, come on, you can't say stuff like
You
that.
said
Even
that. Hold on.
yeah,
You said that, and then 2 years later, you talking about you wasn't going to win a championship with them? I wonder why, because you fucking tired on the sideline. You can't fucking give us a goddamn whole game. Huh?
Seahawks
Where's
better
it?
have a
Where's
better
this?
conditioning coach.
Hey, tell me the last sack D-Law had in the playoffs. I'll wait.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know what?
man.
It's higher elevation there. It's gonna be harder to breathe, during those games. He's gonna struggle real hard.
I hope he
Over the
gets
back.
lost to every home game. I don't give a fuck.
Well, hey, well, you know what? That is our show. I got to figure out my internal storage, figure out what games I need to take away, so that way I can add. Hell, it might be Call of Duty because Call of Duty takes up about 700 of my 700 of my storage, man. God, dog, I'm gonna have to get rid of that.
That's it.
But yeah, dude, Call of Duty takes up a lot, man.
You
They
ain't
always
get a
got them
gig.
updates.
I thought it was a gig.
Yeah, I got a gig, but I have some other stuff on there too. Actually, I need to get rid of Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. That's what I need to get rid of. I'm not even playing that. No, no, I had that from the Xbox One. I had that from the Xbox One.
Yeah.
And
Y'all been
all my
watching
stuff
Daredevil?
transferred over. I didn't watch the latest episode, but I am going to watch that. I'll probably watch it
I'm trying
tomorrow.
to, you know,
I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
last episode with they ended it with you didn't watch the last episode or like this episode?
No, the newest one.
So from the one from today, because it comes out tonight.
Yeah. I haven't watched.
Okay.
I haven't watched.
So Daredevil shooting homeboy in the head and just walking off. That shit. That like I was like, oh.
I don't understand why people are like hating on this season already, man. Like it's so good.
I think people
after
are mad
the
because
first two
Holmes died.
episodes, people probably, but after the first two episodes, people tried to give it like a B or whatever. But then after that Punisher episode that he shot dude in the head, they changed their minds very quickly. This show, like I said, season 1, in my opinion, season 1 is the best season. Season 3 is the second. Season 2 was the third. And I would have put season 2 number 2, but that whole Elektra arc threw it all off, and it came back together at the end, but it just it threw it off like that 2-3 episode thing. Right. It was kind of wow. But yeah, and then I'm gonna probably put this ahead of season 2, to be honest with you. And we'll see about 1 and 2 when it ends, but right now I have it as the third best season.
John Barathol, the guy who plays Punisher, came out, I guess, just recently and said that because they're going to do like a special. It's not like a season. It's going to be like one of the specials, like the that black and white one they did not too long ago.
Shout out to my wife in the chat.
Say what?
Shout out to Fair's wife. Fair's wife is in the chat. Shout out to Fair's wife.
But yeah, they're
I
gonna have like a special there, and he was saying like it's not gonna be Punisher light, like it's gonna be everything like the original Punisher was.
Yeah, I heard it was like a mini series that they're doing. It's like maybe 2 episodes or something like that. But
Yeah,
like like you say, he's not getting a full series. So that would tell me that he's going to be a fixture in season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, because they already started filming that.
yeah. Well, he
And
shows up in
probably,
this season. I know that at some point.
Yeah.
well, yeah, it's this episode right now that I'm about to watch. He's in it, or in the rest of the episodes after that. But he's like I said, he's in season 2. Uh, the rumors are that the Defenders are coming back in season 2, so that'd be
Yeah,
good.
I heard that.
Um,
And heck, because heck, I was even wondering, like when I heard about the Defenders, I was wondering were they going to green light Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist like their shows again. So
I
we'll
think
see.
I think they're probably gonna
I don't
recast
know if we
Luke
get all
Cage
those
and
shows.
Iron Fist.
Just
That's
cancel
what I
Iron
heard.
Fist,
Iron
period,
Fist,
man. Just
yes.
cancel
I
Iron
think
Fist.
they're in
Just
talks with the dude with Luke Cage,
Okay.
because he's been out talking a lot about coming
Yeah,
back. So
they
that's
have a lot
usually, to
of
me anyway, an indication that they're talking.
okay.
they have a really cool they set out a really cool like casting list, possible rumors for X-Men. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Did I see that?
Oh,
Time out.
I
So
didn't.
Jesse
Who
Plemons,
they
he's
got?
so the one that got me most interested is Jesse Plemons, the guy who was in Breaking Bad towards the end of the season, the guy who basically um keeps what's his face in a cage. Has anybody seen that Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
The guy who kind of looks like Matt Damon. Um,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Hmm.
about.
he's he's in rumors to play Beast,
No,
which I think is actually a really good casting.
Beast. Okay. Okay. I'm
But
starting to feel like Wolverine won't be in the first movie.
well, I think yeah, I was telling one of my buddies this, that I feel like uh Wolverine is going to kind of be Charles for this new set of X-Men at first. Um,
Mm.
and I think it's going to be like kind of Wolverine and his X-Men kind of storyline. Um, and
Mm.
then we'll get Charles toward the end of the first X-Men movie. I think we're going to have Hugh Jackman as Wolverine through um, the first X-Men film, and then we'll get a new Wolverine.
Decent. I like it. Still wonder who they're going to cast as Wolverine, but yeah, all in all, I
The
like.
perfect person would have been Tom Hardy, dude.
Mm.
I'm kind of
For
tired of Tom Hardy, to be honest with you. If
Well,
Tom
because they
Hardy would have
casted
been
him as
good
the
10
wrong
years
person.
ago.
Yeah, they casted him as the wrong person first. When he was done, they should have just gone with Tom Hardy.
Mm-hmm. For sure. But yeah.
But
well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in once again to Wrestle with the Bros. Shout out to our executive producer Smitty. Also for those in the chat who commented, Fair's wife, and many others. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Hayden, Fair. Hold on, wait a minute. Shit. Hayden, Fair. I'm Chris. Thank you very much for
Be
tuning in to
better
Wrestle with
next
the
time,
Bros.
Cena.
Yeah.
Be better next time, Cena. I'm gonna turn the shit off again.
You're okay, Cena. You're okay. We're all whiny bitches here.
Don't listen to
You're okay,
Chris.
Cena.
Matter of fact, just play the music. Play the fucking music.
Music spinning. We're done. Yo, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. For Fair, Smitty, I'm Chris. Y'all have a good